One in Monaco. Now, the music awards are 2 days away. I have no tickets. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but this is the Royal Palace. This is the Palais de Royal, and I want to do an interview. I want to do an interview with the Prince Albert of Monaco, and I want some tickets for the show. So come on, and see if we can get in here. Oh, I'm here to see Prince Albert.
Good, sorry?
I'm here to see the Prince.
No.
Well, I guess we'll just have to find another way. Allan Frew for Prince Albert. No, we're coming. Don't talk to me later. We're coming. Hey, we're coming in. Hello? 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 I don't think Albert's in.
All I ever wanted was to drive a fast car with the top rolled down. Summer wind, golden hair blowing all around. All I ever wanted was to sing like Elvis.
Road Stories with Allan Frew, featuring a road trip to the World Music Awards in Monaco, and Country Road Stories with Jim Witter.
Okay, Canada, it doesn't get any better than this, does it? Here we are, we're in downtown Monaco. Beautiful. Everybody's waiting for all the big stars to arrive here for the World Music Awards. Then there's a wicked rumour going around that His Serene Highness Prince Albert of Monaco actually wants to join my band. So we're going to have a private meeting here, and I'm afraid he's in for some bad news. He failed the audition, so I'm going to have to tell him that. I hope he takes it well. This is the Hotel de Paris. You see all the people, all the fans standing here. Let's go and talk to some of these people over here. Come on, man. Hi. Here we are, outside Rod Stewart's dressing room. Come on. Rod Stewart's dressing room. Right? We should leave him. We should leave him a note, right? We'll leave him a note. We'll leave it for him. Rod Stewart's cheese. Come on. We're standing on the stage at the World Music Awards. This is really incredibly cool. You can see the setup. Yeah. There can't be any more than maybe, it looks like maybe four, what would you say, 400 or 500 people? But it's so cool. This is truly incredible. We've been walking about and nobody's asked us anything. All I ever wanted was to drive a fast car. Yeah, cool. Oh, did you see the logo? The program just keeps getting better. You are?
Nancy O'Dell with Access Hollywood.
Hey, Nancy O'Dell with Access Hollywood. Nancy, is this your first time doing this?
It's my first time, yes, at the World Music Awards. It's fun, it's cool. I like it. It's I think Carmen Electra described it very well. It's like royalty, you know me? I mean, of course you are with royalty because it's Prince Albert, but it's like being in old Hollywood with all the beautiful dresses and the beautiful scenery.
Don't you find it goes from really pompous to like really down
to earth.
Right?
Very down to earth.
Dramatic.
All the celebrities are here. They're required. If you're in money, probably you have to be down to earth because it's so ritzy.
Who are you listening to these days?
Oh, I love Ricky Martin, of course. I love Enrique Iglesias. Obviously, I love that type. Think about how good looking they are while I listen to the tunes. Just like you.
Isn't she great?
Road Stories, a larger all the while. Mr. Love, Wicked and Wild all the while. Versatile, yeah.
Carmen Electra, ladies and gentlemen, say hello.
How you doing, Canada? We're all up in here in Monaco. Breaking it down on the one, you know what I'm saying?
I know you're tired. Two quick questions. How important is music in Carmen Electra's life now?
I love music.
Who you listen to?
My My dad was a... Bye, Cisco.
Who you listen to?
My dad plays guitar. My mom's a singer in a band. I like all types of music. I like live music. I also like house music and techno. I like hip-hop. I like a variety of music.
Are you a player yourself?
I never learned how to play. My dad used to want to teach me guitar, and I'm a dancer, and I wanted to dance and sing.
Can you sing?
And I do sing.
Well, if she wasn't so tired, we'd probably do that, but we'll let it go there.
Tonight I'm honored to present the Diamond World Music Award to an artist whose soulful voice is one of the most distinctive in the history of rock and roll. Please welcome Rod Stewart.
Chance to sit back and hear the music, you know?
I do. It's usually late at night or early morning when I turn the radio on. But yeah, there are times during the day or during the week where I do listen to music.
No, it's my first time here. I'm looking over this. Could there possibly be any place else in the world comparable to Monaco? Is there anything like
There's
this?
got to be somewhere. Gotta look for one. I mean, no, but yeah, it's pretty neat.
How long have the...
I guess I'm not one. I mean, you can talk better about Monaco than I can.
It's just absolutely breathtaking. The World Music Awards. How long have they been going on?
This is the 11th year. It's really grown incredibly in the past few years.
And is it your baby?
Well, I was instrumental in getting it all started. I can't claim it was my idea.
Now, you yourself, are you musical at all?
I used to play the guitar a little bit and the drums, and I sang at university at college, called Amherst College. So I was in the men's choir there.
There's a wicked rumor going around that you invited me here because you really want to join my band. Is that true?
Yeah, secretly, yes. So if you can get a word.
And if you don't, are you banished from the kingdom?
Well, we won't go that far, but let's say that you won't be invited again.
Okay. Now, finally, Alvo, he finally gets his autograph. Will you stop writing to me?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Will you stop writing to me?
Yeah, see, but this is great. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Lucas Lewis, and you're watching Road Stories by Allan Frew. Seeing?
It was 1964, in a raging winter storm, when two strangers met by chance to share a little warmth. In that crowded corner restaurant, neath the blinking traffic light, it didn't take too long to see love was at first sight. And from that moment on, they were together night and day. He finally got the nerve one night to take her hand and say, where have you been all my life? You could have been here by my side. And I have had some love deep inside, waiting for someone to give it to, and hoping that someone feels just like I do. So where have you been all my life?
Where's that bird? Oh, blackbird fly
Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night.
Jim Witter, ladies and gentlemen, is in the building. We're going to find out so much more about this guy. I thought I was coming to see a country and western star. But you're a man
I don't wear a hat, though.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to have a cowboy hat on today.
No, I'm sorry. You don't want to see me in a
You don't
hat.
even have one in the house?
I tried one on once when we were out west in Calgary, because everybody said, you got to wear a cowboy hat to at least a few things.
Right.
And I said, no, honestly, you got to see me in a cowboy hat. So we went in the store and put one on, and everybody, including the store manager, fell on the floor laughing. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
You wouldn't want to take me into your country band, would you?
A lot of times when I'm doing my live show, if I'm doing it in a little theater setting, we'll take an intermission, and when I come back, I'll come out on stage alone, and I'll do a little take requests from the audience, and I'll tell them I used to do clubs and coffee houses and stuff, and I used to do, and I run down a list of artists, and somebody always yells out John Denver. And what was this one? It's by far the hardest thing I've ever done. To be so in love with you so long. Follow me where I go, what I do, I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say, oh, follow me. Beautiful. That was one of my favorite.
I have such, you know, going down to Nashville and seeing these guys. I went to Robert's one night, and you know, my thing about going to Nashville, I didn't want to go to the Grand Ole Opry and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the pubs,
right,
and see the, yeah, there's a coincidence, right? Allan in a pub, but I went into Robert's.
You want a drink, by the way?
I went to Robert's, which is a shoe store by day, and a club at night. Have you ever been in it?
Oh, sorry, no, I haven't been to Robert's, but I've heard of Robert's, yeah.
When you're in Robert's, the boots are still on the wall and a whole bit, but you get brilliant players in there, and they just play for money. You throw in a job, you know?
Just about anywhere. You can walk, you know, 2nd Ave or anywhere down in the downtown area, and on any given night of the week and walk in and hear some really incredible talent. I got to play at the Bluebird finally, because a lot of people, you know, that's sort of like
right. I went
an icon.
I went to the Bluebird the night James Dean was playing. I went out and
he does that. I think that regularly. He does that spot regularly. A lot of the great songwriters do go in there like once a month, and this is kind of a funny story because I was invited to take part in the very first annual Canadian Songwriters Night at the Bluebird, and it was put on by SOCAN here, and it was myself and Randy Bachman, and I think Mark Jordan was there, and Ray Lyle was there, and I got to go first. And you know, the Bluebird's like one of those places where you just sit around on the stage with your guitar like this, and you tell a little story about the song, and then you play it. And there's all these, you know, Americans sitting up there, and they'd put little Canadian flags on all the tables, and so I said, oh, here's a song that I wrote, it's done pretty well for me back there in Canada. It goes like this. Oh, Canada. And I played the whole thing. Our home and native land, oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And there's a little bit of polite applause and a few chuckles, and then I played one of my real songs. And then after I was done, I walked off stage, and two of the locals go, hey, you boy, come here. I went over and I said, yeah, and they said, you know that song you wrote about Canada, that's pretty good. Y'all ought to make that your national anthem.
That's so great.
True story.
It's so great. The name of the show is Road Stories, right?
It is.
So tell us a road story.
You want a road story?
I want a
good one. You know, my road story is probably going to pale in comparison to some of the other artists that you've had on your show.
Tell us about a few lives that you've saved, or you know.
We've had some interesting things happen to us on the road. Most of these things happen to my band members, though, because I'm really the sensible,
didn't
practical one.
happen to Jim.
No, I'm serious. I am the sensible, practical one. You can ask my wife. You can ask all my friends that I grew up with. I was always the one that was going, no, maybe we better not do that. We could get in trouble, or we could get somebody who's going to get hurt. So that was me. But I did have one thing happen to me that was funny, and it was on Canada Day. About 5 or 6 years ago, probably, 6 years ago, doing a festival in the beaches in Toronto during the day, in the afternoon. Left there to go do a gig at Lulu's. Remember Lulu's in Kitchener?
Yeah,
closed down now, but do a gig there at night. And I was driving, and Bill Wilichka he used to host Outlaws and Heroes on Much Music when they were still playing country. And Bill drove with me.
Yeah, Bill. We saw Bill in Monaco, actually.
Did you?
We interviewed him in Monaco, yeah.
He's a great guy. I love Bill.
Yeah.
I still haven't got that jacket from you, Bill, though. He promised me one of his Manuel jackets.
Bill, you owe him a jacket.
You owe me a jacket, man. But Bill rode with me. We got to Cambridge, and we realized that the road was blocked. We couldn't get through Cambridge to get to Kitchener. So Bill said, well, let's go down this way, we'll follow along, and we'll find our way out. And we got lost, and we ended up in a gas station parking lot, and we kind of went, oh, well, this looks like the main road here, let's go. Okay, so I drove out, and all of a sudden Bill goes, uh-oh. And I said, what? He goes, roll down your window and start waving. And I went, what? I rolled down my window. The roads are lined with people, and there's a float in front of us and a float behind us, and we're driving down the main street in the middle of the Canada Day Parade, and Cambridge goes, hey! And we got to the end, and of course, we had to continue through, and there's a police officer there, and there's a wall of people there, and I kind of go, come over here. I said, I don't know how we got into this parade, but we're not supposed to be in this parade. We're supposed to be heading towards Kitchener. And this guy just lost it. He was killing himself laughing. He says, I don't know, how did this happen? He wanted to know how it happened. I said, I don't know. We just pulled into a gas station, and the next thing we knew, we were in the middle of the Canada Day Parade. So that's the best that I've got to offer you, though, unfortunately.
You've got to get out more, Jim.
What?
You've got to get out more.
I could tell some stories about that thing.
Tell us that story about sex, drugs, and sarsaparilla.
The guys in my band have had some interesting things happen with.
But we'll save that for the.
But I can't tell those stories. I'm not allowed to tell those stories.
Yeah. Now, you said you maybe off camera you were saying you got a new single out.
Yeah, I've got a new single out right now that's called 100 Years, and it's. Have you written with Kim Tribble in Nashville?
No.
Kim is. He's probably one of my favorite writers. You know, like you were saying, you latch onto a couple of people that are your favorites. You call them every time you're going down. I always call Kim. He's just a lot of fun to write with. He's very energetic. And sometimes I'll come up with an idea, and I just know this is an idea that I have to save for Kim. And he's got hits by everybody, Martina McBride. The list goes on and on and on. And we wrote this one together. And this one actually started. This was one of those, you know, you wake up in the middle of the night. When I wake up in the middle of the night with a song idea at home here, I usually just go back to sleep because I don't feel like, I don't want to disturb anybody and get up and go down and start making a bunch of noise. But when I'm in Nashville, it seems I'm sort of in this mode, this writing mode, and ideas come to me more. I'll wake up in the middle of the night all the time in Nashville in my hotel or wherever I am, with ideas, and I'll usually get up and work on them. So I worked on this one in the middle of the night, and then took it to Kim the next day, and it's called 100 Years. Goes like this. That suitcase we bought for our honeymoon is packed up and waiting there, but I'm not ready for these empty rooms, so don't you go anywhere. Just give me the time to list the reasons why you shouldn't go. I promise it'll take no more than 100 years or so. 100